Hello and welcome. Are you there? Are you ready? This is our class every Monday at 12 o'clock. Same time, it's 12 o'clock, according to my watch. According to my watch, it's 12 o'clock sharp. And according to your watch, it depends, because maybe you're watching me from Lima, Peru. Maybe you're watching from Tokyo. Maybe you're watching me from Kuala Lumpur. Or maybe you're watching me from Cairo, the capital of Egypt. Yes, you could be watching me from anywhere on this planet. So that's the good thing about streaming, and then we can stream, and the good thing about 4G in the very near future, 5G, fifth generation. And so we'll be able to do a lot of very interesting things. We'll see, but I think I'm getting too old. By the time 5G is progressing very, very well, I'll be ready for retirement. I'll be ready to take it easy, sit back, relax, enjoy life, and stop working, stop trying to teach people English. And because it's an impossible task. To teach people English, my God, it's very difficult, because learning a second language is very difficult. Learning a second language is very difficult, but we need to try. So what am I going to do today? Well, I'm going to start teaching how long does it take? Very easy, but very, very common. How long does it take? In Spanish, you say cuánto se tarda. In Peru, they say cuánto se demora o cuánto demora uno, etc. They use more demorar than tardar. But you understand, how long does it take? How long does it take to learn a second language? It takes a long time. How long does it take a child to learn his or her mother tongue? Mother tongue, lengua materna, mother tongue. How long does it take a child to learn his or her mother tongue? Well, it takes 5 years from birth to age 5. Yes, and during those 5 years, the child receives about 15,000 hours of input. People talking to the child, and the child trying to talk back sometimes. But 15,000 hours. Can you imagine if you received 15,000 hours of English class? How well would you speak English with 15,000 hours in 5 years? Because even when the baby's born, on the first day, when the baby comes out of the womb, W-O-M-B, the baby is alive and kicking, because already the baby is kicking, dando pataditas. Por eso en inglés se dice vivo y dando patadas en vez de vivo y coleando. You say vivo y coleando in Spanish, but in English we say alive and kicking, because the child is already moving its muscles, its body, to develop good motor skills. Yes, sir. And then on the first day the child is awake or outside of the womb, on the first day of the child's life, the mother, the father, the grandmother, the grandfather, the brothers and sisters are talking to the child. Well, talking at the child perhaps would be a better preposition. And so the child already, in day number 1, absorbs maybe 5, 6, 7 hours of noise in the mother tongue. Maybe it's strange noise like Gucci, Gucci, Gucci and things, but it's noise in the mother tongue. And on day number 2, the same. Day number 3, a baby receives 7 days a week of English. 7 days a week. 365 days a year. So by the time the child turns 1, on his first birthday with 1 candle on the cake, the child has probably received about 1,500 hours of input. And then from age 1 to age 2, the same, etc., until age 5. So it's natural that the child has a complete command of the language. And besides, from age 0, or from birth to age 5, the child doesn't have distractions like you have or I have. The child doesn't have a wife or a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a boss or a mortgage or car payments or having to go to the bank, having to negotiate a loan. All these distractions takes time away, and brain power, potencia cerebral, brain power away from the adult who's trying to learn English or Spanish or French or Chinese. So it's very, very difficult to learn a second language for many reasons. Number 1, you don't have 15,000 hours like a child. Number 2, you have distractions that the child doesn't or didn't. So now it's clear why children, by the age of 5, they speak perfect French or perfect Spanish or perfect English or perfect Chinese. Well, perfect. It's interesting. A child will say, se me ha rompido. I braked it. Which is incorrect, but really it's correct. Because se me ha roto, or I broke it, is an irregularity in the language. Really, it's a mistake. To say, this microphone is broken is an irregularity. It's an irregular verb. Really, it should be, this microphone is braked. However, that sounds very strange. And in Spanish too, este micrófono está rompido. However, rompido es regular, it's correct. Roto es una aberración that began maybe 700 years ago in the language, and now it's the correct way. But you do say corrompido, you don't say corroto. But you do say corrupto for an adjective. But in any case, I'm going to talk about how long does it take today until I start receiving messages. And when I start receiving messages, well, I'll try to answer as well as possible. The only thing I ask is try to make the messages brief. Some people write me half-page letter, and I spend my time reading it online or on the air, in directo, live, and it just takes too much time. So, I'm waiting for your letters, and I hope our software, I'm looking at our controller over here, who, Jack is his name, and he is in charge of this. So we'll see if it works. How long does it take? How long does it take? In Spanish, you say cuánto tiempo se tarda, o cuánto tiempo se demora en Perú, por lo menos. But we say cuánto tiempo se lleva o se toma. How long does it take to go from Madrid to Barcelona by car, or to drive from Madrid to Barcelona? It takes 6 hours to drive from Madrid to Barcelona. How long does it take to fly from Lima to Madrid? It takes 11 hours to fly from Lima to Madrid. How long does it take? How long does it take? Cuando es impersonal. ¿Cuánto se tarda? How long does it take to drive from Houston to Dallas? It takes 4 hours to drive from Houston to Dallas. How long does it take to swim 100 meters? Well, it takes me, ya personalizo. It takes me 100 meters. I think it takes me about 2 minutes to swim 100 meters. Now, the world record, I think, is 48 seconds, 47 seconds. But I'm not a world-class swimmer. Are you a world-class swimmer? Are you a world-class tennis player like Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer? Are you a world-class football player like Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? Are you a world-class automobile racer like Hamilton or Fernando Alonso? World-class means the best in the world. I'm a world-class English teacher, I think. But nevertheless, I'm still waiting for, maybe the messages are not coming. Maybe nobody's watching me. Messages are coming. Finally, Diana from Peru. Hello, Diana or Diana. And Cesar is watching me from Colombia. Hello, Cesar. Ivan, I think you're the same Ivan from last week. Hi, Richard. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm doing well. Fine. I'm a big fan of yours. Wow. Javier, alive and kicking, Javier. Vivo y coleando. Alive and kicking, porque el niño está dando pataditas. Nada más salir de la matriz. Yes, the child is kicking. I prefer the English expression because it's true. Coleando is like a fish, but kicking is what the baby does to begin working on those motor skills. And the child needs 5 years, 7 years, 10 years to properly develop the body's motor skills. And you have to do the same with your English. The basic grammar is the elbow, the shoulder, the wrist. That's the motor skills. Also, Cesar, how long does it take to learn English? No, learning. How long does it take to learn English if you are a very disciplined learner? 1,000 hours. It took me 3,000 hours to perfect my Spanish, to reach a top class, high level, almost native ability with Spanish. It took me 3,000 hours. It takes a long time. even if you're disciplined, César, how long does it take to learn? Infinitivo siempre aquí, eh? How long does it take to learn English if you are a very disciplined person or learner? I'm sorry to be a aguafiestas or a party pooper, but it takes a long time. Some people, the third language is quick. If you learn a second language after puberty, then the third language is quick. It took me 3,000 hours to learn Spanish well, to master the Spanish language. It took me only 100 hours to reach a decent working level of French. Of course, French is very similar to Spanish. Yo soy, je suis. Él es, il est. So there are many things that are quite similar. But still, once you learn how to learn a language, aprender a cómo se aprenden los idiomas. You learn how to learn, and it's very difficult the first time. The first time you approach a second language, especially after puberty, you don't accept it. I mean, you say, mesa. Bueno, mesa. Todo el mundo sabe que es un table. This is a table. Mesa es un símbolo que significa mesa, but really, table. But this is really a table. But after that, no. Once you master the second language, the third language, boom. That's why some people can learn many languages, because they learn how to learn languages. More questions. Ivan, master, yeah. Would you mind telling us what is your favorite idiom in English? I don't know. I really don't know what my favorite idiom is. In Spanish, my favorite idiom is Andeo caliente y ríese la gente. All right. I'll need to think about that, Ivan. I'll need to think about that. Tendré que pensármelo un poco. I'll need to think about that. It's interesting because the Spanish refranero, the book of proverbs and sayings in Spanish, is more recent in history, because starting with the Industrial Revolution, people disconnect from the country, el campo. And the Industrial Revolution began in the United Kingdom, or in Great Britain, in the middle of the 18th century, and there was a mass migration to industrial cities like Manchester, Birmingham, Newcastle, Durham, etc., to the mining communities and to the manufacturing communities. And they lost touch with the popular wisdom, sabiduría popular del campo. And so the English book of Proverbs and Sayings is more distant from me today and from English-speaking people than Spanish-speaking people, because the Industrial Revolution in Spain really started in the mid-1950s and late 1950s. It's very recent. 60 years ago was the beginning, basically, of the Industrial Revolution. In fact, even in Andalusia, they didn't have electricity until the late 1920s. Deja, Empresa Nacional de Electricidad, was created by the dictator Primo de Rivera. General Primo de Rivera was created to electrify Andalusia. So it's very recent. And so the book of Proverbs and Sayings is more recent. Ande yo caliente y ríese la gente means I'll do whatever I want and I don't worry about what other people think. If I'm wearing warm clothes and the people say it's not cold, well, I feel good. I do what I want and I don't worry about the opinion of others. All right, where are we? Diana. Hi, Richard. Con D al final. Richard? No, Richard. Put the D at the end. Diana. Hi, Richard from Deja. That's in the south of Spain along the coast, near Torremolinos and near Torre del Mar, down in that area, not too far from Motril, between Malaga and Motril. Yes, then I think that's where Deja is. Maybe it's past Motril. You'll have to tell me. Ana. So Ana, it's good to have you here. And Yolanda, hello Richard. Yolanda, probably from Cantabria. I see you're somewhere else. Today, this is my office. You can see in the background. You can see in the back. Let's see, I'm looking myself. On my left over here, you can see my degree from the University of Texas, my master's degree from Eliese, Universidad de Navarra, and above it is a photograph of myself receiving the degree from the University of Navarra in Pamplona, No. Yes. No. I can't remember where the event was. I think it was in Madrid, the event. Now, you can also see just below the degree from the University of Texas, you can see the globe, the world. And then you can see a bookcase that's all cluttered. Cluttered means todo patas arriba. It's all cluttered. On the other side, over here, just above my finger, I'm trying to do it, that is from the Spanish police, the Spanish National Police. They gave me a placa oficial, big, in gratitude for helping so many people with their English. And then you can see in the corner, next to the door, a painting, well, a lithograph of a painting by Joaquin Sorolla. He's one of my favorite Spanish painters. So, and then there are many other things you can see in the background, but you can see a guitar. Yes, there's a guitar over here on the couch, on the sofa on the couch. Why? Because one of the guitar strings broke. And so I brought it to my office to string it, to put a new string on the guitar. So you can see an interesting background in my office. It's not a bad office, to tell you the truth. You can see a table calendar. You can see a bottle of water on my desk. And so you can see my computer. All right. So, shall we continue? Where are we? Okay, Yolanda, or should I say elsewhere? I'm in my office, Yolanda. Okay, Virginia, old Virginia. Oh, don't you cry for me. No, this is old Susana. It's my first time to attend this sort of lesson. It's your first time, this sort of lesson. It's correct. Do they do this kind? Sort is perfect, but no, I wouldn't. This sort of lesson? No, I would put this kind of lesson. I expect learning English. No, I expect to learn. Don't use the ing or the gerund after expect. I expect to learn English a little bit more. ¿Cómo que a little bit? What do you mean? ¿Cómo que a little bit? In English, se dice para cómo que. So what do you mean a little bit? Of course, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. All right. Ivan again. Hey, Ivan. Hey, the same people are writing to me. Come on. Let's get some more people. Let's get some more people. Ivan, eso es abuso, right? Jack, don't abuse. All right. My favorite idiom is it tastes like heaven on earth. Okay. Eso sabe. Tiene un sabor que es como... No, Jack, put it back. It tastes like heaven on earth. In Spanish, amor a distancia, felices los cuatro. Los cuatro? All right. I'm not sure if I understand that. Serían felices los dos, no? I don't know. No, don't worry, Jack. It's okay. It's back.
Wait. This one.
All right. Let's see. Where am I supposed to look? He's telling me what I have to do. All right. Can you tell me how to use the expression better off or well off? Well, there's a difference here between better off and well off. Better off means mejor. O sea, mejor parado. You know, estarás mejor si sabes bien inglés. You're better off if you know English than if you don't. Now, well off is not really connected to better off. Strange, because well off means acomodado, de buen nivel económico. That family is quite well off. Yes, that person is quite well off, especially for families. The family is well off means they have a good amount, not rich necessarily, but not poor. Quite well off means están muy bien. Acomodada, una familia acomodada, de un nivel medio alto o tirando alto. That's a family that's well off. Now, the expression better off, we use simply como mejor. Your situation would be better if you knew English perfectly. You would be better off if you knew English perfectly. Don't worry about better off. Just say better. Don't worry about these things. Okay, Diana is sorry about something, but I don't know what. But let's go on. Hola, Richard. ¿Qué recuerdos? ¿Nos conocemos? Do we know each other? Yeah. Diana. There's a picture. I have two Dianas here, I think. I see two different photographs. I don't know. Maybe there are two different Dianas. Diana. La da 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 da. Diana. All right. ¿Qué recuerdos? Do we know each other? Yeah. Maybe you can. Okay. I'm as snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, but wait, there's Cesar's first. Richard, can you tell... Cesar, hello, how are you? Caesar, Te he perdido. I've lost you.
How to use the expression better off or well off. You already answered.
I answered that.
Yeah,
Better off and well off. Where are we?
So my favorite
idiom is as a bug in a rug. No, that's not complete. As snug as a bug in a rug. As snug. Snug means muy acogedor. Snuggy, snuggle. As snug. S-N-U-G. Snug. As snug as a bug in a rug. Tan cómodo, comodito, como un bicho dentro de una alfombra. Una alfombra muy gruesa. As snug as a bug in a rug. Ivan, hello teacher. I would like to know how to learn English from scratch. No, from the scratch. Desde cero? No, desde el cero. From scratch. Which piece of what advice? What advice? Not which piece of advice. What advice can you give me? From scratch? My God. Vaughan 4.0 or el coleccionable Vaughan or just Vaughan Inglés Gramático Fácil. The book and the CD or the book and the audio. There are many ways that you can learn from scratch, but I recommend our way because we know how to take you from point A to point B. All right. Greetings from Colombia. Okay. Eric, good morning from Ecuador. Quito, Guayaquil, Cuenca. What part of Ecuador are you from? It is 5 a.m. and there's a national strike. Sorry, huelga nacional in the country, and there's chaos. Chaos in inglés se escribe chaos con CH al principio. And there's chaos. Te he perdido. There's chaos at the airport. Where am I? All right, there's chaos and riots. Desmanes. Riots on, yeah. Disturbios. I'm at an airport waiting to go to the Amazon jungle, all right, through the air because there's no easy way out by roads. Thank you. Thanks for, prefiero thank you. Eh? Thanks for today's class. No, your today's class. Master class. Thank you for your master class. I recommend thank you. For foreigners who are speaking English, I recommend thank you. Natives, we say thanks a lot, but I recommend thank you because thanks es para cumplir el expediente, no es para expresar gratitud real. Thank you, sí. Ante la duda, thank you, not thanks. Okay? Thanks is back. Thanks is para y sigamos. Okay, where are we today? Yes, you were in my wedding con doble D, sin A. Are you Diana from Argamasilla de Alba?
Diana Jimenez.
Yeah. Ah, Diana Jimenez. Mm-hmm. Are you from Argamasilla? The town that claims that Don Quixote, en ese lugar de la Mancha de cuyo nombre no quiero acordarme, they say, the Argamasilleros or the people from Argamasilla say, that's, our town is that, but I don't believe it because Don Quixote, if he were from Argamasilla, if he had been from Argamasilla, Dulcinea, El Toboso is very far. El Toboso is very far from Argamasilla. All right.
Yes.
All right, Diana. Hey, how's life? How are you doing? ¿Qué tal? We were together in Popular TV on television together. Do you remember, Diana? All right. But I need to go on. Cesar, what do you miss the most about the United States? Barbecue. La barbacoa. Al estilo tejano, all right, which is carne ahumada durante 3 días. It's delicious. That's what I miss the most about the United States. Also, the bureaucratic system is much easier. Here in Spain, the trámites burocráticos, the bureaucratic steps and the red tape, paperwork is much worse. It took me 20 minutes to renew my driver's license in Texas. Here it takes me 3 days. So that's what I miss about the United States. The ease of it's easier in the bureaucratic system to get things done. Adolfo, how are you, Adolfo? Hi, Richard, nice to watch you. Okay, I have a problem with my English. Oof, I'm sorry. I tend es una tienda de campaña. I tend to mix American and British words. Well, no problem. No problem. I mix them too. Yes. British words and American words. Don't worry about them. British and American English are identical in structure, absolutely identical in structure. It's just a different pronunciation, a different accent, and local words. But, it's the same everywhere. I mean, camarones in Mexico, camarones son, here in Spain, are gambas. Camarones son gambas pequeñas, and in Mexico, camarones son gambas normales. Langostinos, they're different. The fish, the vocabulary is different everywhere. In Mexico, voy a manejar el carro al estacionamiento. And in Spain, voy a conducir el coche al aparcamiento. O al parking, they say here. And in Colombia, they say el parqueadero. Voy a parquear el carro en el parqueadero. So it's just different everywhere. But don't worry, because if I say, voy a manejar el carro, people in Spain understand me. If I go to Mexico and say, voy a conducir mi coche, they understand me. Don't worry. Just focus on the structure. Voy a. Ya sea conducir o manejar. Voy a, vas a, van a, vamos a. Make sure you have that well. That's what's important, is the structure. So don't worry about the difference between British and American English. I work with Brits here all the time, and we understand each other perfectly. We don't even notice we have different accents. We just work. It's just normal. We speak the same language. The same language. Like a person in central Spain and the person in Andalusia in the south of Spain, or a person in the north of Peru in Piura and the person in Arequipa in the south. It's just, they have different accents, but you don't even realize that when you're working together. So don't worry about it. It's not a serious issue. Issue, no se usa, no se issue. Issue es una cuestión de debate polémico. An issue means something very, very strong feelings. Don't use the word issue. Subject, topic for conversation, a subject. Diana, yes, Argamasilla. Okay, Daniel, you are so good. Regards from Australia. Recomendamos Vaughan a la comunidad hispanohablante. All right, well, thank you very much, Daniel. In Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra, Darwin, or Adelaide, or the Gold Coast. Yeah, we have half an hour to go. I need to leave earlier than usual today. I have a meeting at 1 o'clock. So at 1 o'clock my time, I will need to leave. But then I think it was Danielle. I lost my Danielle. It's from Australia. Yes, the Vaughan method, especially Vaughan radio, and then the Vaughan books and audio and video programs are very, very good for improving your English, because the most important thing is to create something that's stimulating and interesting and makes the English language fun, or at least stimulating and not boring and tedious, y cuesta arriba, and uphill. Jack, I need more questions. More people. All right, Diana, well, it's good to talk to you, Diana. Drop me a line. Let me know how things are going. Where are you? And Danielle, thank you from Australia. Argamasilla de Alba. All right, and now. Orando. Hello, Orando. Where are you? That's an interesting name. It sounds like you're from Latin America. What country? Are you from Ecuador? Are you from Venezuela? Are you from Panama? Are you from Guatemala? Are you from Argentina? Are you from Chile? Are you from Peru? Are you from Bolivia or Paraguay? Are you from Uruguay? I'm Uruguay, he's Uruguay, we're all Uruguay. Uruguay? Okay, Montevideo, where are you from? Or it could be from Honduras, or from El Salvador, capital San Salvador, or maybe Costa Rica, or maybe the Dominican Republic, maybe Cuba, maybe Puerto Rico, who knows? But in any case, Orlando, it's a pleasure. Cesar, again, what is the age group that you enjoy teaching English the most? That's a good one. All age groups. I enjoy teaching children. I enjoy teaching teenagers. I enjoy teaching young adults. I would say if I had to choose only one age group, I would choose people at the age of 40, between 40 and 50, who are engineers. Yeah, because they're tough. Duros, de mollera, you know. And so I like teaching these type of people because they truly appreciate my style of teaching and my hard work with them. And so and beginners. If I had to choose age group and level, I would prefer 40-year-old engineers who are beginners with English. And then they truly appreciate my style, hard style, insistent, demanding style of teaching. More. Okay, where are we? I've lost my place. Yes, from Melbourne. Okay, from Melbourne, Australia. All right. You're starting the springtime now. Yeah? Yes. You're starting the springtime down in Melbourne. Hello from Tenerife. Tenerife. Mar en calma o mar brava? Hoy. ¿Cómo estás hoy, mar? En calma? Yes, we'll see. Hello from Tenerife. And Orlando from the Dominican Republic. From Santo Domingo, from Santiago, or from Puerto Plata, or from La Romana, or from Cap Cana, or Punta Cana. Where are you from? Yes, you know, I'm Texan. I'm from Texas, and Texas is famous for beef. Beef is carne vacuno. And so I'm very familiar with American beef, and I'm a lover also of Argentinian beef, of course, from Argentina. The asalatira, the vacío, entraña, matambre, etc. So I like Argentinian beef. But the best beef I have ever eaten in my life was in the city of Santo Domingo, in a restaurant, and I was having dinner with Maria Cela Alvarez. You may know her if you live in the Dominican Republic. She was Miss Mundo, Miss World in 1982. And I was visiting the Dominican Republic because for a period of time we had a radio station there. And one of my teachers, whose mother was Maria Cela, well, we had dinner in a restaurant. And I ate el churrasco dominicano. It was delicious. And it was so good that I ordered a second. I turned to Maria Cela, is it strange in this country to order a repeat of the second course, then a segundo plato? He said, no, go ahead. And I ate 2 churrascos. It was so good. All right. So, Orlando, it's a pleasure. Anita. Hello, Anita. Great. Great cake. Okay. It's a pleasure. Estrella. Hello from Spain, Estrella. Estrella errante o Estrella whatever. Okay. Odita. From Paraguayan from Asunción? Where are you from? From Paraguay. But I live in Arganda del Rey. Oh, okay. I only know one person from Paraguay, and that person got married. That person, this is a true story. She was a member of the Paraguayan national swimming team, and she went to Acapulco, Mexico for a competition. A tournament, swimming, and there was a Mexican man who saw her on the beach, and he was very attracted to her, but he didn't dare, he didn't have the courage, no reunió el valor, to approach her. But he thought she was beautiful. The next day, by accident, he saw her in a shopping mall. He said, wait, this coincidence is too much. God is telling me something. So he approached her, and they met. The next day, they were married. Can you believe it? Do all the Paraguayan girls get married one day after meeting their future husband? He was on the radio with me on my radio program, and on the air, he said 5 days later, they got married. But during the break, durante el descanso, he said, by the way, Richard, I said 5 days because people wouldn't believe me on the air if I said only 1 day, but we got married the following day. So is that typical of the Paraguayan girls? Who knows? All right, Orlando, San Cristobal. I think I haven't been. I don't know if I've been there. I've only been to the Dominican Republic once, and I enjoyed it very much. I went to Puerto Plata, but I spent some quality days in Santo Domingo, but I don't remember. All right, mar en calmas, creo. I have a big problem with my English. English is con mayúscula. Spanish, English, los adjetivos son los idiomas con mayúscula. My level is intermediate, but I can't improve. I don't know what to do. I don't know what happened. No, I don't know what to do. Yes, just spend 30 minutes a day watching interviews on YouTube and absorbing English. Interviews with Barack Obama, David Cameron, I don't know, Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, Rafael Nadal in English. Just listen, and you will begin to assimilate and to absorb, and you'll begin to reproduce in better English. It's a quantitative question, not a qualitative question. Of course, you can study the grammar, and reproduce it aloud. Hay que decir todo en voz alta. You can look at sentences. The translation booklet de Vaughan, si no lo tienes, búscalo. The translation booklet. Y leer en voz alta las frases. ¿Cuándo vas a venir? When are you going to come? ¿Por qué viniste ayer? Why did you come yesterday? And say it aloud. And then you gain agility, agilidad, with the grammar. Marga, yes. Here we eat asado. Here, where is here? Yeah? Asado de tira in Argentina. Maybe. Asado de tira or tira de asado. Okay. Yes, Yolanda, are engineers systematic as students? Systematic is not the right word. Son brutotes. Son muy cuadriculados. Like they need to understand everything perfectly, and so it's fun to teach them because they have to dot every I and cross every T. Puntuar cada I y cruzar cada T, decimos. In Spanish, they poner los puntos sobre las I's. In English, we say puntuar las I's y cruzar las T's. To dot the I's and cross the T's. To dot the I's and cross the T's. All right, yes. Orando, yes, it's so good. The churrascos. I like them. Yes, I like them. No, I like it. Porque lo has puesto churrasco en plural, eh? I like the churrascos. Dominicanos are the best beef in the world. The tastiest. Okay. Now, Jenny, yeah. Jenny, I think her name is Jenny. What method do you recommend to teach a baby to speak with two different mother languages? Mom Spanish, Dad Icelandic, and we speak English to each other. Just speak Spanish to your child as if it's the most natural thing in the world, but don't require your child to respond in Spanish. Just remember, spend 3 hours, 5 hours a day speaking to your child. Puedes cerrar la puerta. Hoy me traes esto. Lleva esto a tu papá. And the child will understand. And remember that the important thing is for your child to speak Spanish well by the time he reaches or she reaches the age of 22. But so slowly, because if you insist that your child speak back to you in Spanish, your child will start to hate Spanish. Tomarle manía al español. Don't demand, no exijas a tu hijo que te responda, pero como si fuera la cosa más natural del mundo, que haya dos idiomas en casa. Y el niño pensará que todos los papás hablan de una manera y todas las mamás de otra. So they just take it as something natural. But don't create anxiety of expectations. Ansiedad de expectativas. Dímelo en español, Jorgito. No. All right. Maritza. Hello, Maritza. From Mexico Lindo, from Mexico. Where are you from? From Saltillo? From DF, Mexico City? From Acapulco? Or from Guadalajara? Or from, I don't know, Ciudad Juárez? Or from Tampico? Or from Veracruz? Or from Matamoros? Where are you from, Maritza? And Odita is from Asunción, of course, the capital. Asunción, thank you. César, do you still make mistakes in Spanish? Yo sabo mucho español, ya no cometo errores. No? Yes, I make a lot of mistakes in Spanish. And as I get older, more. Because as you get older, you start losing motor skills, habilidades motrices, and you begin to speak worse. Even in your mother tongue, you begin to speak worse. And so my Spanish is worse today, qualitatively, than 20 years ago. In pronunciation and in grammatical discipline. Haré lo que pude. No, haré lo que pueda. Bueno, haré lo que pude si es verbo hará. Ayer haré lo que pude. Claro. Pero hoy hago lo que puedo y haré lo que puedo. All right. Yes, I still make mistakes. All right. Adolfo, thank you. I am from Extremadura. Fijaos la X en inglés. En español se dice Extremadura. La X delante de un consonante se pronuncia como un S, según la Real Academia de la Lengua. Pero en inglés no. Los taxis de Extremadura son expensive. The taxis in Extremadura are expensive. Yes, thank you. I'm from Extremadura. I love the way that Vaughan teachers and hosts teach and challenges. ¿Qué son hosts? Hosts are anfitriones. So I'm not sure if I understand host. Yes, the teacher's job is to be interesting, fun, and to make the subject interesting and fun. That's the job of the teacher. All right. So, mar en calma será la de Tenerife. When will you open a school in Tenerife? Oof. Yeah. I'd love to tomorrow, if possible. If not tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow. It's expensive to open. It costs about 200,000 euros to open an office. And so we simply have to go. We're not rich, you see. So we simply have to go in line with our financial capabilities. But I would love to open in Tenerife. Maybe in the future, in the near future. I hope so. Okay, mar en calma. All right, where are we? Eva. Hola, sigo vuestro método y ojalá en 2020 vaya a Vaughan Town. Vaughan Town con mayúscula. I recommend you go. Vaughan Town is the most incredible learning or improvement experience on this planet. It's impossible to improve more in less days, fewer days than anywhere on the planet. In 6 days, in that stipulated time, Vaughan Town causes more improvement than in 6 months in Cincinnati, Ohio, or in Preston, England, or in Edinburgh, Scotland. 6 days. It's incredible. So the money you spend for Vaughan Town has an incredibly high return on the investment. Retorno sobre la inversión is incredible. Okay, autor. Best regards to Vaughan teachers. I have learned a lot from you. No too much, no, a lot. Too much es una opinión. He aprendido demasiado. Quiere decir que ya es en exceso y no me gusta. When it dices too much. Autor. Creo que se llama. What? What's his name? I can't. The only thing I see is autor.
Do you see it here?
No, I can't see it. All right. In any case, autor or autori or...
No. I'll give you a split second.
All right.
Autor Jonathan Adams Tedra.
I'm sorry?
Autor Jonathan Adams.
Autor Jonathan Adams. Well, thank you very much. And I have learned a lot. Too much? No, I've learned a lot from you. Jose, this is from Jose from Valencia. Valencia. I have, all my life, I have taught, well, I've taught so many people. So I've taught quite a few people from Valencia. And it's interesting, they say, I am from Valencia. And say, no, Valencia. Eso, Valencia. I said, no, Valencia. And then I ask, by the way, do you speak Valencian? Yes. How do you say Valencia in Valenciano? I said, Valencia. And I say, okay, well, when you speak English, say Valencia in Valencian, and it's correct. It's like people from Barcelona. They say, when they speak English, they say, I am from Barcelona. No, Barcelona, no. Barcelona. Y no lo dicen. But in Catalan, they say Barcelona. And so, really, the Catalan L, la L, is very similar to the English L. For example, do you know the Christmas song? Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. You know that song, right? Well, in Spanish, you would be fa la 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 la. It's a different type of L. But in English, fa la 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 la. And that's very similar, Catalan L. Okay? And so really, the Catalans could use the Catalan L speaking English, but they don't. They use the Spanish L y el ceceo, Barcelona. All right. Autor again, cordiales saludos a los profesores. He aprendido demasiado de ustedes. En inglés, too much suena un poco negativo. He aprendido demasiado. Tengo un empacho. Estoy borracho. Necesito. Tengo ya mañana voy a tener un. How do you say hangover? I'm going to have a hangover. Resaca. Mañana voy a tener resaca de aprendizaje. So it sounds like it's too much, like you're drunk from learning so much. Okay. Lourdes, how are you, Lourdes? It's a real pleasure to meet you. ¿Cómo se llega a no traducir mentalmente y pensar en inglés directamente? I'm sorry, pero es una fase ineludible. You go through a phase. You want to break it? Go to Vaughan Town. By day number 3, it's broken. In Vaughan Town, you see, we have a correa de transmisión que va desde el cerebro a la boca, and it's churning, And in Vaughan town, it begins to go so fast that smoke comes out of your ears, and then boom, it breaks. And you start speaking without thinking. But the translation phase, if you don't go to Vaughan town, the translation phase, la fase de traducir mentalmente, es inevitable, ineludible. Simplemente tienes que hablar y hablar y hablar y hablar. And then finally, boom, there's a moment, a turning point. And we can accelerate that turning point if you go to Vaughan town. Or if you go and live abroad, by month number 4, month number 5, you stop translating. Or month 6. It depends on how much you speak. But in Vaughan town, you're speaking, by day number 3, you're speaking the equivalent of 2 months abroad because of the intensity of it. Lourdes, ¿cómo se llama? No, Jose. Jose, best regards to Richard Vaughan. Well, thank you very much, Jose. Cesar, Richard, are your children teachers too? No. They have taught. My daughter is taught especially, but they are not teachers. You know, I'm not a big defender of the concept of the family company, la empresa familiar. I understand it, but I'm not a big defender. No me gusta condicionar la vida de mis hijos según como haya sido la vida del papá. So I want my children to choose their own directions in life and not to be influenced by my direction. If they want to work with me, fantastic. But it's their decision. And so my daughter she taught for about 6 months or 1 year, but she has worked in this company off and on. Off and on means unos años sí, otro no. For quite a few years. But now she's a mother, and she's bringing up 2 little girls, and very well. And so that's a much more critical job, in my opinion, than working here. Okay, where are we? Let's see. Best regards to Richard, children. Olaya. Lo. What's that? Olaya. My name is pronounced Olala. No, Olaya.
No, I know, but she's asking if it's pronounced like that in English.
Well, if you go to England or to the States or to Ireland and people look at I can imagine a teacher, the first day in class, the teacher's calling the roll, pasando lista, and she comes to your name, she'd say, Olala, or Olala, Olala Perez, and you have to say, Olaya. All right. I remember a fellow by the name of Delio Quinones who moved to Australia, and he was Delio Quinones, Mr. Quinones. There's a basketball player in the United. There was a very successful basketball player in the NBA in the United States who was Aguirre. Of course, you look at him as Aguirre, but they call him Aguirre. All right. So, Olala. It's a pleasure to have you here, Olaya. Begonia, good morning. Have a nice week. Thank you. You too. I wish you a nice week. Yes, today's Monday. It's the first day of the working week. It's my second favorite day. My favorite day is Saturday. I never understand why people say their favorite day is Friday, because it's a working day. My God, come on. Saturday is the first full day. Sunday, you're thinking about Monday, so Saturday is the best day by far. And my second favorite day is Monday, because it's the beginning of a week and you never know what could be waiting for you. Because during the week, we still have 10 minutes left. During the week, good things always happen. Good things happen. Bad things don't happen very often. Good things outweigh bad things by a large amount. If you're worried about the bad things and try to keep them as low as possible, you're not going to create many good things. It's like in accounting, términos de contabilidad, el debe y el haber. Si quieres mucho haber en la vida, vas a tener que admitir cierto debe y vivir con ello. Si quieres mantener el debe al mínimo posible, poco haber en tu vida vas a crear. So don't be negative and paying attention. Las rosas tienen espinas. No te quejes de las espinas, disfruta la rosa. You understand? Some people are incapable of enjoying the rose because they're complaining about the thorns. The thorns. Well, life is a rose. There are thorns. But remember the rose, okay? Pay attention and focus on the rose, on the flower, and not on the thorns along the stem. El tallo is stem. Where are we? Jose F. Jose Francisco. Jose Francisco. That'd be Pepe Paco, right? Jose Francisco. I met you in Forinvest. That was in, ¿dónde estaba? In Valencia? I think it was. I remember you gave a very good speech to commercial agents. What do you mean by commercial agents? I think you'd mean sales agents, agentes comerciales, kind of agentes. I would say sales agents, but it depends. When you say commercial, in English we don't use commercial very often, except for anuncios televisivos. Ahorita venimos después de los comerciales. Enseguida volvemos después de los anuncios, o la publicidad, they say here in Spain. But commercial agents, I'm not sure what kind of people those are. All right, Diana, which one? Friday is the best day because it's the day that starts, but Friday starting at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., come on. You have to get up early on Friday. Sometimes you have meetings. Sometimes you have business problems on Friday. Sometimes you have, I don't know, arguments in the office on Friday or unpleasant telephone calls on Friday. Come on. Starting, of course, Friday is an optimistic day because you know that later in the afternoon, you're free. All right. But Saturday is the best day because you are free. Okay. Where are we? Okay, Jack is, Brujo Novato, is having some problems with technical problems, my shit. Greetings from Santo Domingo. 4 or 5 years ago, we had Vaughan Radio, yes. It cost a fortune. It cost, I think, $17,000 a month, if I remember right. And so it simply became too expensive. And so I had to withdraw. Radio is expensive. Here in Spain, our radio costs about €500,000 a year. So it's quite expensive. So we just can't afford. Con alegría me gustaría, pero no podemos. Ponce Alegre Marianne. Hi, Richard. Good things for your week. And deeds. Buenas cosas y buenas obras. Deeds son obras, hechos. Deeds. Words and deeds, palabras y obras. Quiero hechos, no quiero palabras. En este caso, I want deeds, not words. Because fact es un hecho estadístico o es un hecho escrito. It's a fact. Es un hecho que el sol sale por el este. It's a fact. Pero no es un deed. Deed es una obra. No quiero más palabras, quiero obras. I don't want obras, quiero hechos. O sea, acciones consumadas. No quiero palabras ya. That's deeds. D-E-E-D. Yes, I don't want any words. I want deeds. All right. También deed, por cierto. Deed también significa título de propiedad. The deed. Property deed. The property title. The deed. Where are we? Uy. Chixo. Wow. Greetings from Checho. Maybe. Checho. Greetings from Santo Domingo 4 or 5 years ago. Yes. Radio transmission in one of our local radio stations in Santo Domingo. I listened to you daily. I was so happy, but then they stopped transmitting. Do you know what happened? Too much money. It was too expensive. Jason. Nos falta, I can only see part of your name. Ponce, and for everyone. Okay. Será algo anterior.
And for the deeds.
And for the deeds and for everyone. Okay, Lourdes, ¿cómo debemos leer libros? Pues abriendo por un lado y terminando por el otro. No. Centrarnos en pensar en inglés. Okay, wait. Don't read books, except the following. Read suspense or bestsellers. Read books that are so exciting or so suspenseful that you forget what language you're reading in. Don't use the dictionary. If you're following the plot, don't stop. Si estás siguiendo la trama, no pares para buscar nada en el diccionario, porque si hay una palabra que desconoces, seguramente es una palabra poco importante. Entró con pasos amortiguados y le mató. Ok, sabemos que entró y que mató a alguien. Ahora, con pasos amortiguados, voy a buscar amortiguar, ves que es un paso muy suave. Ok, fine. Pero no es importante, it's not important. Just read. Read one book per month without a dictionary. And only use a dictionary if you don't understand the entire paragraph because of one word or one expression. Then yes. Because if you use the dictionary for every single word, it's a pain in the neck and it's not fun, it's not interesting, and you dislike the language learning process. Just read and read. Where are we? Okay, Cesar Garcia Ruiz. Cesar, how are you now? You're talking about your daughter. I also have 2 children, 2 girls, 7 and 3. I'm an English teacher, as you know, Cesar. And even I've tried, even lo tienes mal colocado, I've even tried to teach her, sería them, no, las dos, language, and she refuses again and again. What can I do? Speak to her. Speak to her. Just speak to her in English. Don't demand that she speak back to you. I used puppets. Yes, I used puppets. I said to my son or my daughter, says, this is Andrew. But Andrew doesn't understand Spanish. And so my children, when they were 3 years old, started speaking English to the puppet, not to me. That was okay. I said, hello, my name is Andrew, but I don't understand Spanish. And my children began to speak English to that silly puppet, un mapache, a raccoon. And so I used a puppet, but don't force your children to speak back to you in English. It creates tension and anxiety, and then they don't like the language. So we have a psychological problem and not a language problem. More questions. Diana Jimenez. Okay, you win. Yo gano. Será por lo del El Toboso Dulcinea. Maybe. Ponce Alegre, Marianne. Good deeds for everyone. Richard. Thank you. Serena. Chukino. Sukino. That's an interesting name. Japanese maybe, or Russian. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. Actions speak louder than words. Louder con D en medio, no con TH. Actions speak louder than words. Yes, sir. Raquel shared this stream. Ponce. Lourdes. Very short, just a second. Cesar. Hi, Richard. How are you? As you know.
You've already read this one.
I've read this one already. So, my brujo novato here is giving me some problems. Jason. Thank you for your answer. Yes, you pronounced my name correctly. Jason. It sounds like the American name Jason, just with an X sound instead of the J of the S. All right, I missed the U on pronounced. Sorry. And Pereira, Pereira, será portugués o brasileño maybe. Thank you, Mr. Vaughan. I'm learning so much English from your programs and bought a couple of PDF books online. I recommend the translation booklet online. I recommend Inglés Gramática Fácil online as well. Y el libro del estudiante, if it's available, I'm not sure if it's available. It's the book we give to our students here. And it explains in Spanish the grammar in English with examples in English and comparisons between English and Spanish. It's very, very good. But Inglés Gramática Fácil is excellent. And the translation booklet. Time, I have 2 minutes left. All right, 2 minutes left. All right. Let's see if there are any more questions. Don't write any more questions because I need to leave in 2 minutes. So, ¿cómo le pregunta a Google Home por Vaughan Radio? Google Home, I don't know. Google, just put Vaughan. Richard Vaughan. Vaughan.
Google.
Hey Google. Hey, H-E-Y.
You say, hey Google, and play Vaughan Radio.
Hey Google, play Vaughan Radio or Vaughan Radio. I don't know how Google Home understands Vaughan or Vaughan. In English, it's Vaughan. It's a Welsh name. Es un apellido galés con una rama irlandesa. Vaughan, Vaughan. Y la V se pronuncia casi con F. La V en inglés es como una F vibrada. Vaughan, Vaughan. Como James Bond, pero casi. Richard Vaughan. However, in Spain se Vaughan. Igual que se dice Colgate y no Colgate. Para, si no, no venderían pasta. So, that's it. Consejo para día a día, pues estudiar día a día. ¿Y cómo hacer para no perderlo? Just stay in touch. Google, YouTube. You can stay in touch with English on YouTube 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day. It's quite easy. You have things that I didn't have when I was learning Spanish. Why don't you do a program about Japan or in Japan? Okay, we can talk about Japan next week at 12 o'clock. All right. I have to go. Yeah, there was one last question I didn't see.
I like the 30-second Vaughan challenge a lot.
Yeah, the 30-second Vaughan challenge. Well, everything we do, I think, is good. Take advantage of it. Vaughan Radio, Vaughan Television, Vaughan Streaming, Inglés Gramática Fácil, translation booklet, Vaughan World, etc., los personajes, etc. So it's very, very good. So, thank you very much. Yo digo thank you. Yo no digo thanks. Yo digo thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Dios mediante, God willing, si Dios quiere, I'll be back next Monday. So, see you in 1 week's time. Bye-bye.